cycling across the longest minefield in the world, taking one of the most dangerous trains on the planet, and then cycling head-on into looming sandstorm. This is our Sahara gravel bikepacking adventure. So guys, let's jump straight in and enjoy the adventure we had. Here we go, everybody. Made it to Dakhla after a long trip. Behind me, we've got Basti setting up the bikes. Here we go. And then off we go to Mauritania. Let's do this. Party music is on. The boys are here. Jimmy, our driver, doing a good job to take us party to me, to take us into the middle of the desert. Right, so almost at the starting point of the ride. Let's go. Here we are. It's been an adventure getting here. Day one of actually riding those bikes now. And we're in Birgandos. We started in Dakhla this morning. Wild and hectic taxi ride.
Absolutely. It was crazy.
It was crazy. The dude kept stopping for smoke breaks and played party music and the whole shebang. And now it's 90 kilometers to the border. We're gonna have to ride into the night. It's 6 p.m. already, so it's your first ride through the Moroccan desert is gonna be straight into the night. And I had the great pleasure of sleeping at the border once before. Man, you have no idea what you're in for. It's gonna change the way you see the world, because we're not allowed to cross the border at night. It's simply too dangerous. They're not letting anybody through. So I would say, let's hit it. We got places to go. The journey begins. Hey guys, it's a magical light out there. Check this out, with the sun slowly setting here. It's been a very orangey yellow day. We are flying along the road here. It's newly tarred in many patches, and as I said, it's going to change just ahead of us. And there you go, 123 kilometers, but to the border it's only about 60 kilometers to go. You might be able to see it. It's slowly getting dark. The light is coming out. This should say the lights are coming out, but in order to add to the entertainment of night riding and the fun of Africa, I have lost my rear light, which you cannot see on the saddlebag anymore. So we're 35 kilometers in, one light down. Basti is illuminating the road. Day one, we are halfway to the Mauritanian border. Oh boy, and I can smell that tagine. It's right there, and a really rank toilet. I can smell that as well, but that's a different story we're gonna show you later. Let's go this way, baby. Oh man, made it to the border. It's crazy, it's insane. It's like, there's so many people around, and there isn't just like a berm or anything. It's just like, it's just gated. It's closed. The border is closed. You're not getting in there. We get a chance tomorrow morning, and we'll see over there. There's like a fancy hotel back there, but that's the fun one. That's where the truckers go and the locals go. So let's go check it out. This is so good. This back there, behind Basti, it's literally
The smoke from the barbecue just coming out of the entire restaurant, everything. I think the kitchen is pretty much on fire nonstop. So hey, let's see what's for dinner. This place is just amazing. Yeah, completely emptied it out, just the bones. Number 2 is coming in a second, and it's so good. I'm going to show you in a moment, but this place is just buzzing. It's 10:30 at night. You see boys over there sitting everywhere, ordering barbecue. There's a butcher just around the corner. It's so alive. It's like food being carried around everywhere. People sharing rooms and so on. There's one place everybody's there. People sleeping in trucks and so on. It's an experience. Coming in, I got your room ready for you. Ta-da!
What a night. We had a concert of doggos out there. I don't know, 10, 15 or something, just joining into concert for an hour and a half. It was crazy. Literally with like the earplugs in the ears. It sounded like the dog was sitting right next to us, just going ballistic. And then obviously the prayers and everything began early in the morning as well. So tired eyes. But hey, let's hit Mauritania.
Good morning, guys. We made it into no man's land. It's crazy. As I said, absolutely nothing. Ungoverned land between Morocco and Mauritania. They searched us at the border crossing. Obviously, there's a bit of a conflict in the past and so on going on, so I don't think they want much filming at the border. Drones aren't allowed and so on. So that was a bit of a wild moment, but it's beautiful in here this morning. Very little people have gone through yet. I think we've seen 2 cars. There's a truck coming. And this is just the beginning. Here it's still a tar road. That is going to change in not long, but it's crazy. It's like garbage everywhere. Here's the first pieces of car lying on the side of the road, tires and everything. And if nothing has changed in the past 4 years, it's going to get even more hectic. So let's go. No Man's Land has changed a lot. They've taken all the burnout cars and everything away. But one thing that hasn't changed is the garbage mountains everywhere. No, we don't have a plastic problem. All right, everybody, let's roll. Let's catch Basti. Here we go, deeper into the desert. Second time round in Nouakchott, and the mind is still completely blown again. There's donkeys on the street, there's insane traffic. We're just having a very brief moment of being able to breathe. It's hectic, it's loud, it's unorganized, and yet somehow working. It's beautiful, so damn good. The air is just brutal right now. Here's to a little bit of must-do shopping before you go on the train, which is blankets. We see them over here because it gets absolutely freezing on that train. So get your blankets. We've got ours. Basti is a very, very proud blanket owner now. Oh yeah. You guys, beautiful. Standard quality. Makes his eyes stand out. Amazing. Let's get to the train station.
We are at the train station for the Oran train outside near Debu. Somewhere behind me, you can see it's been like this the entire day. Like everything is just yellow. The sky is just iron clear. The sun is trying to push through, but everything just looks yellow. We've inhaled so much dust and so much smog that was hanging over the city. Couldn't get out with the clouds and everything. But now we're at the train station, waiting for the train. It is not a train the way you know it. It's a mining train. So it's mining containers that go from the desert, fully filled, over to the coast. The iron gets emptied into the boat, and then the empty train goes back. And it stops about 5-6 kilometers outside New Debu. And while this is an adventure for us, you see all the people behind me. And for them, that is something we shouldn't forget. It's the reality. It's everyday life. It's the way for them to get around. And you just jump into those iron mining containers. There's one wagon with seats, which you should leave for the women and the babies. And so, nevertheless, going to be an amazing adventure that we're really looking forward to. It's going to be 12 hours into the desert, so let's see what happens.
I was just falling asleep, just rolled over, and then it started getting real hectic and everything. Everybody started moving again, which means the train must be coming. We already wrapped up our camp, we got the bikes ready, and we better hustle, because all these things need to get onto that train, which is about, I reckon, about 4 meters higher on the outside, 2.5 on the inside, and just like tiny steps, super steep up, and somehow we got to carry that system weight with 5 to 6 liters of water on there, over 30 kilos, while holding onto the container, pulling a bike up while the other one is pushing. It's gonna be a fun one now, but hey, finally it seems like it's gonna be time to roll in a second. Okay.
Boah, das ist ja noch schwer. Also, probiert von unten. Warte. Alles.
The journey can begin. We made it onto the train. I'm sitting up in the corner now. It's about to start. It was crazy. The thing was even higher than I expected from the outside getting in there. It was literally just hanging on there, holding, like trying to get a bike or something. Basti was lifting up, cut his hand open on the chain ring. I almost fell off because I was hanging too far down. But we made it in. Everything is instantly black. Just the bags, the bikes, the hands, the clothes and everything. And then I'll show you down here. It's ridiculous. This is everywhere. This is iron dust, which is gonna fly around like nothing as soon as we start riding with the train and the wind comes in. So this is gonna make for some fun pictures and some very, very black food in the next 12 hours until we get to Chum. But hey, we're on the train. Let's enjoy the journey. We're still on a train. It's starting to get pretty warm out there. You can see really in the absolute middle of the desert. Going slow right now. We're probably, I don't know, some 15 or something kilometers from Chung, but moving very slowly. And it's getting hot in the container. Okay. Yep. Roll again. Well, a very stylish cycling cap on because I'm getting any shade I can possibly get, any extra shade. Cut holes in it just to make sure I get some air. Basti is boiling. Basti, is it hot?
It's super hot, yeah.
So hot. But Arta is behind us. We've finished the train ride, and ahead of us lies pretty much a lot of this. Sand left and right, a road in the middle that's going to disappear every once in a while, and just flimmering asphalt from the heat. So let's go. And of course, before I forget it, we've got about 120, getting into the capital, 125 kilometers to Arta, which would be the next bigger city. There is a small town in between. I hope we can refuel there. That is not a given. Resources are okay, but limited. So we better put our heads down, but honestly, it's in the afternoon already. I don't see it happening that we're pushing through to Arta today. If the police will even let us go. There might be a police checkpoint on the way. There was one 4 years ago, and they get the final say. And if we get to continue to cycle or not. So let's find out. Let's go, 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 go!
How are you feeling?
Trashed. I don't know what it is in me that romanticizes these things. I don't know how I've forgotten how draining the train is. And right now I'm just cooked. Like, honestly, I just want to sleep. And this is literally the only spot. You see, like, my legs are barely in the shade. So it's as long as a body, what we found here. And just trying to avoid that heat. Coming from Germany, it was a beautiful idea without getting used to it. Turned into somewhere in the 30s. And that fish for lunch just keeps burping up. Just isn't a pleasure either. But hey, it's only 100 more kilometers through that, or through this, and we're in the next big city, which means refueling. So probably just hang out a little bit and wait for the temperatures to drop. Got the lights, and if we don't want to go back up, we got the tents. And let's see what happens. Good morning. We had a wickedly good night where are we? In Arta. Finally some good sleep after 3 not so good nights and so on in this beautiful place here. That we found a little home. Basti's getting ready back there right now. And now it's time for the first coffee in a couple of days. Immer wieder ein Highlight.
Tim, how do you feel after 7 to 8 hours of sleep?
8 hours of sleep, man. It's crazy. Better than any other morning here so far. But also, despite the huge ass dinner yesterday, I can tell, like, I'm starving. I woke up and I'm like, I need more food. So, more food, but slowly getting back to looking forward to riding a lot more today. So, mittendrin in Atta, total geil. Das ist, man sieht hier schon auf den Bildern, das ist einfach absolut Highlight. Das hier ist der Knotenpunkt in Town, wo 3 Einfallsstraßen sind. Was auch alles ist, was geteert ist. Der Rest ist dann, man sieht schon am Straßenrand, ist dann halt alles nur noch Sand. Hier laufen die Eselwagen über die Straße, es wird Obst verkauft. Also hier findet so richtig das Leben statt. Wir gehen uns jetzt was zu essen suchen. Ich sehe da drüben schon Brot. Mal gucken, ob irgendwo einer grillt. Das ist immer ein totales Erlebnis. Und dann geht es für uns aber auch schon weiter. So, dann haben wir schon mal frisches Brot. Das ist noch richtig warm. Richtig, richtig geil. We are out of Atta and rolling again. It was a fun morning with the hustle and bustle in town. This is such a cool place with one of my favorite bread bakery carts in that little square. One of the best breads I've ever had. And again, 4 years later, still so good. If you ever make it to Atta, you gotta buy some of their bread and buy some extra. Just make sure you put it in a solid bag because it dries out so fast in the heat here. And we're now being blown out of town through this beautiful rocky and desert section by the tailwind, going as smooth and easy like, I don't know, 33 kilometers an hour at times in the flats, just letting the legs fall. Oh man, it's on. We're just flying, absolutely flying, going 35, 36, 37 through the flat without putting a lot of pressure on the pedal. I've got to leave the wind in the microphone because it gives you a feeling of how little wind there is, because it's just coming from behind, not distracting from the sides, just pushing us along. Glorious! Basti had a really good question for me yesterday, and that is, how does the water get into the desert? And you see those pillow-like looking things there, that's water reservoirs. So if there's a road, a truck's gonna come by every once in a while, refill them, or we saw it from the train going through the desert, it stopped at the little villages and then refuel those water reservoirs, and they feed the camels with it, the people, they grow plants, and that's how the water gets into the desert. In this incredible spot now. Down there you see a huge water reservoir, and we're about 300 meters above, and there's going to be wickedly nice serpentines going down there towards that little village. One of the few chances to refuel here, but it's just beautiful. Look at that terrain. Oh man, this is one of the things I really love about this country and this region, is after going through the dark straight road for 30 kilometers, we came by this little hut here with the lights on and everything just to get some water, and we're instantly invited in to sit down with them. They had their big plate that everybody just shares with food ready. We were asked to join for dinner and everything, and then while we were sitting there, a truck driver came by. He was hungry, he came in, everybody shared the same food. And that's just one of the amazing experiences we're having here in Mauritania. So good. We are still in the middle of nowhere. Haven't had phone reception for
close to 40, 50 kilometers an hour or something, somewhere there. Which means we don't know exactly what the terrain looks like, but we feel like it's time to sleep. So we found a little bit of a dune. The rest is just pancake flat. Everything is just flat. But we found this one dune. There are certain things you want to usually look out for when you look for a camp spot for the night, which is far away from the street, which isn't an option here because that's all trekking into the sand. You want to hide somewhere, that's not an option because there's just nothing. It's just flat. We'll show you in the morning. So we got to work with what we got, and a slight sand bump is what we're working with now. At least we're going to check it out and see if that's our camp for the night. Let's go. Good morning, guys. Welcome to our beautiful camp we picked yesterday. There's a tent, there's a sand dune, and it was actually a good night. It got a little colder than I expected, but overall a good night. And the hilarious thing though is we cycled 100 kilometers through pancake flat area, and then for the last 15 kilometers we started looking left and right. It's like, is there good space to pitch the tent and hide away or something? And we're like, it's all so flat. And eventually we found this beautiful dune where we slept. But here's the kicker. Right there, that shaded area behind me, that's mountains. And it's about 5 kilometers away. It would have been very easy to find a spot to hide away. But that is the beauty and the fun of just bikepacking and going through the night and not seeing anything. And I guess it turned out quite nice. I quite enjoyed it. Waiting for Sleeping Beauty to wake up and then see how Basti's night was. And then we continue on, going through Nouakchott. Going to refuel there. We've got about 30, 40 kilometers to go, I reckon, until we get food. And then it's onwards towards Nouakchott to see what's out there.
And bustle here in Nouakchott just now. You saw the pictures from the shop. It took seconds until the kids were all over looking for things, little gifts, things to get, checking out the bikes, super interested, asking questions on what the material of the bikes is, counting the gears and everything on it. But now it's time after refueling to continue. We've got a little fella here who's giving us a little bit of ride support, and then we're heading out of town, continue towards Nouakchott. Here we are, guys. Made it to Nouakchott. Excellent. The shoes have come off because we're joining those fellas over there for lunch. The barbie's on. Get sandwiches. A little support man is still with us. And yeah, time to fuel up because it's going to be a long stretch after that without any refueling at all. All right, we are, I don't know, 30, 40 kilometers outside Nouakchott, and the heat is getting proper. Got a little car flying by here. Heat's getting real proper right now, but we got to push through the midday heat to get our kilometers in, which means we're literally now starting to stuff water everywhere we can. Fortunately, every once in a while, you find a little place like this when you're out there traveling. These are little shops where you just can buy water and things, food for emergency snakes. So very much needed today, but hey, we're still having an absolute blast. Let's continue. All right, so I keep getting the question from folks if they can cycle from Mauritania or Senegal up to Morocco, and yes, you can. But I would not do that because for a lot of the route you've got tailwind. Right now we're going 36, 37, a moment ago 40 in the flats with just letting the legs fall, so barely pushing. So you are very, very brave person if you want to cycle from Senegal or Mauritania up to Morocco. Don't do it! Woohoo! It is getting dark. The sun's disappeared. Feels like a moment ago that we just saw it fully bright and hot. And it's just going straight, straight, straight in a long line, which is oddly fun. I don't know what it is. But hey, it's been a hot day again. I calculated, actually I did the remath because I got my spare bottles on me as well. So at any given time, I have between 5.5 to 6 liters of water on the bike, and we're constantly running out. The water's just going through, trying to get salts in, Coca-Cola and everything. But even though the mileage isn't all that high, this terrain is rough on the equipment and the body. And I think for Basti right now, a little mentally. He told me at the beginning of the trip he doesn't like long straights, and this one's been about 70, 80 kilometers all straight already. Literally just straight. So a bit crazy for him right now. Look at this beautiful place. We found a campground. I know you can't see much, neither can we. We have no idea what it looks like. There is a couple of stone buildings. This nice gentleman on the side of the road who was just having a smoke was like, just pitch your tents there. You'll be fine. He looked super trustworthy, so we're doing it. Feeling the night a little bit. Like, we had some sugar at the gas station. You saw the pictures, and the sugar is kicking like a donkey right now. So we could be rolling through, but you know, we're kind of close to Nouakchott anyways. We made good distance today, so instead of pushing into the night any further, what we're gonna do is pitch the tents and then see if there's a few people around here in those stone buildings around us. If somebody has some dinner. It's not uncommon in these parts of the world, because Basti's real hungry. Look at him. He's got real tired eyes. Look at the guy. He's a little broken today. The hospitality is so good in this region. It wouldn't be a big surprise if somebody was to cook some dinner. So fingers crossed. Maybe something nice and not just chips for dinner. Alright, otherwise pitching the tent and then looking forward to tomorrow. Oh man, starting to thoroughly enjoy being out here. Alright, that dinner situation. Let's call it a slight fail. We walked to the place he called a restaurant. It was one of those tiny shops. And when we asked for a manger for dinner, he very proudly walked inside and came back with two things that looked like mao arms or something, which is very nice, but not the dinner we were hoping for. So we are back at the good old Pringles dinner. And maybe I'm gonna go wild and have a cookie or something for dessert. Let's see. Feeling bougie.
Day 5 is nearly over, and you've been here before. My question for you is still, what are you looking for in the next 1 to 2 days?
Same thing I'm looking for in every trip I take. It's that thing that puts a smile on my face, that sense of adventure, of experiencing things, of enjoying the places I ride through. That can be pretty places. Sometimes it's the roughness that just puts that smile on there, like that fighting against the elements, the heat we had and so on. But it's whatever gives me that smile and that experience and that lasting memory. That's really what I want in the next 2 days as well.
Super cool. And now it's time to relax a little, to get fully powered up tomorrow.
Let's sleep. Good morning, guys. Sleeping Beauty is awake. It's been a good night. And the wind's blowing in the right direction, so we're excited for day number 6 with coffee first. guys, the sandstorm is starting. Check this out. It's grown by the meter, so fortunately we got the tailwind. Let's try to hail out of here. We've got tracks coming from behind. I hope they have us on the radar. We've got about 120 kilometers to go, and it's getting a little bit epic out here. The sound of the music, well, the direction of the wind has changed, and instead of flying, it is just pushing, pushing, pushing. And on top of that, with the side winds and headwinds, we're dealing with this coming through. Hold on though to the handlebars. Holy moly, every single time, spa treatment, sand peeling, here we go. I'm gonna look like 17 by the time I get to Nouakchott. Look at how the colors have changed, or the non-existent colors. This feels like Mars. It's just dead, black and white. There's nothing. This is almost depressing, but somehow incredibly beautiful. Check this out, everybody. We are saying hello to some new friends back there. May we introduce you to Camel the camel. What? Mind blown. Basti is currently paying the price for the dry and heat in the desert here.
Nose bleeding as hell.
Nose bleeding like proper.
Here we go, guys. The night is looming, so we're gonna push through into the city. We got about 20 kilometers to go, I reckon. The scores are back on. It's not the sand anymore. It's the bad air that we're facing. But here you go. Getting really close. Let's bring it home, shall we?
Das müsste sein. Diggi, das müsste es sein. Ich glaube, wir haben unsere Unterkunft gefunden.
We made it to Nouakchott. The entire day was just an incredible experience with so many exciting things in itself. You see it all in the video, and then the hustle and bustle going through town to get here. But we made it, and we decided to have a nice luxury accommodation. Well, we wanted to have the group room, but unfortunately it's not available. So we're now in the posh Insta room, but hey, fair enough. It's an accommodation. And the fact is, we do need a shower because I'm pretty sure I saw a camel puking after we rode by, which is out to our smell. So let's grab a shower and then get some food. Guys, it's the final day in Nouakchott. Time to look around, see the fish market, and it's a crazy morning. There's sand everywhere. The entire city is just yellow, but the main mission of the day is to find Hugo a new happy home, find somebody who Hugo can make happy. So let's get to it. This is it, everybody. Mission accomplished. The Teddy, Basti and me traveled from Morocco through the desert to Mauritania, 1,200 kilometers, the crazy iron train, the sandstorms, crossing that border, just everything. But the mission is accomplished and the Teddy is delivered. This is absolutely bonkers. If you look at the boat there, the way it works, you can see it down there in a moment, is it took about 15 people and they turned the boat sideways and just roll it out of the water, which might explain why there's broken boats like the ones along there. But it's a team effort. As soon as a boat comes, everybody's running over and then it's time to roll the boat. What a perfect end to our crazy adventure after everything we've been through. The final spot, the fish market in Nouakchott. What a buzzing place. There's those boats everywhere, hundreds of people, ships in the water. It couldn't end better. Thanks for being part of the journey. Like and subscribe and watch my Stupid 7 video for more entertainment.